Hello everyone, welcome back to Roses in Houston Garden. Today is January 8, 2025. The weather this week in Houston, Texas has been very cold. I know it's not as cold comparing to the northern part of the country or anywhere else in the world, but for most Texans, this is pretty cold. And the temperature right now, I think it's around 40 degree Fahrenheit. And on this past Sunday, we had considered light freeze. The freezing temperature stay for about an hour or so in this part of Houston. But I'm sure it can get colder in different part of Texas. And so I came out to look at my roses the day after. The buds, the blooms, and everything look pretty good. I think that's mainly because the freezing temperature didn't stay as long compared to the previous years, like in 2021, 2022, and in January of last year. That's why the buds and blooms and all the new growth still look pretty good. This is Bliss Parfuma. Have many lovely big fat buds that will open up really soon. That one is a spent bloom. So how's everyone New Year been? Let me know in the comment section where you are, and also if you grow any roses, anything. And this is my helper right here. So she is a husky mix, so this temperature she really loves it. I mean, she's out and happy and everything. She has a super thick double coat, but she sleeps in we let her in to sleep inside the house at night and when it rains. But right now it's very nice to her. It's husky climate. So back to Bliss, looking overall really good. So I'm curious to see what the she's getting hyper, what this spring will bring as far as the blooms and temperature. But I have a feeling that the super cold temperature this week will really make them have amazing fall flush. And the next one here we have Majestic. The color is kind of similar to Bliss. Can't think. Similar to Bliss, but the bloom shape is different when open up. So this one has buds and blooms. I mean, since the temperature fluctuates like crazy in Houston, last year roses start blooming again in January, February, because it didn't stay cold very long. So I'm curious to see what it will be like this year. It's different every year, but I'm just grateful to still be able to enjoy blooms in January. I know that's not typical for many other parts of the country or of the world. And this one is Fun in the Sun, which has, I think, one bloom on here. Let's see. And in the back over there you may see Plum Perfect. It actually has new growth at the bottom. I was wondering what it would be like after that freeze, because usually with freeze new growth die due to the super cold temp, but since it's not the freeze didn't stay long, so the new growth didn't impact that. So that is Tinkerbell. So we're going to look at Plum Perfect here. This is the new growth that I'm telling you about. Actually two. You see one over here and another one over there. I didn't even see that one. Maybe it just came up. That looks like basil shoot. Oh, that's nice. That's exciting. And in the very beginning of my rose journey, I didn't quite understand why experienced rose growers were super excited about having new canes growing, because you know what, new canes mean that your roses are doing so well, they are happy, and the more canes that they have, that means we are going to have more flowers, especially strong healthy canes. Look at that one in the middle, looking amazing. That means we are going to have more beautiful Plum Perfect blooms to enjoy this spring. So this one is full of buds at the moment, and the color is super intense, super real, like super, I can't stop saying super. Obviously it is more purple in real life, as I always mention, but for anyone new that just visit this channel, this is really lovely. And like I mentioned, buds everywhere, and I stopped fertilizing end of October. I didn't fertilize much last year. And I don't remember if I mentioned to you about David Austin roses. So I'm going to try different fertilizing routine for David Austin, because they don't respond the same way as my other roses. With my other rose, I feed my roses the same things, but for some reason some David Austin roses just didn't survive after 4+ years. Somehow they declined, died, didn't bloom very much. So I'm going to try different fertilizing routine just for some David Austins that I'm going to get replaced, which I'm super grateful for David Austin to honor that their 5-year warranty is amazing. I don't know about other countries as far as David Austin roses if you buy directly from their website, but in the US you get 5-year warranty. And these were the roses that I have had for almost 5 years. Somehow they decline, die. So I'm going to try different fertilizer, just my experiment, just to see if they will bloom better. That is an exception for one David Austin rose though. The Spirit of Freedom is blooming amazingly with the fertilizing routine and things that I use. And people ask me what I use, and I always refer you to my website. I spend a lot of time putting together the information on there, including soil, compost, what else, all the goodies that I use in my garden. You can find out there. You don't necessarily have to live in Texas, because those products should be available nationwide, or you can find something similar to, but that is like more like guideline that let you know what type of products I use for my garden to grow roses. And I experiment with new things from time to time. I like to use organic stuff because I grow edibles as well, and now having this dog, even if I don't have a dog, I prefer to use organic stuff due to growing edibles, because I don't have designated rose garden or areas that just strictly for roses. Everything blend in all together. And talking about that, this year is my 5th year growing roses. I'm going to put together doing a tribute to my 5-year journey to show you of my garden, how far it has come along from the very beginning. It is pretty amazing to see how it has transformed from nothing to the current stage within almost 5 years. And in the very beginning, I thought, my goodness, when would I get to that point to have blooms everywhere? And little did I know, time flew by. And of course, it felt so slow in the very beginning, right? With plants, the way it grows. And we thought, oh, that's forever and ever. But the next time you realize, it's like, oh wow, time goes by faster. And this one is, who is this? How can I forget? April Love. And sorry, I have to pay attention, make sure I don't step on dog poo. I just pick up this morning. That's something that I'm still trying to get used to, coming out in the garden now that have a dog and having to pick up dog poo, which is not fun. Don't like that. Still, I don't think I will ever like that. And now she's grabbing another plastic bag that has her poodoo in it. That's not yuck. Okay. And over here on this side we have Silas Manor, which looks absolutely beautiful. That bloom is so intense in color. Can you believe how many new growths we have here? This rose, although quite small in my yard, I don't know. I have seen videos of people growing these roses in different parts, not in Texas, but the bloom size seem to be a lot bigger. To me, it's bigger in the cooler weather, mainly. Oh God, she's getting to become really naughty now, wanting to play. So we'll see how long I can continue with this video. But anyhow, but the color is really amazing. During the cooler weather, the bloom size is not very big though. But I'm going to move this one into the ground this year. My goodness. No. So that may make a difference. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.